it's always laughable when these little kids, see my videos and then have the audacity to say, this is so not true. We don't do this. Stop spreading false information. Oh, did I trigger you? Are you okay? Because here's the truth. So those of us who are Gen X or maybe even millennial that grew up in the Mormon church know a whole different shit show than you little kids do. I assume you're still in the Mormon church, whatever. And so I made a video about one of my tattoos and what it meant, and how back when I was, in my 20s, like if you weren't married by a certain age, you were like, what's wrong with that person? Oh, they should be married and having babies by now. That's your lot in life in the Mormon church, is to get married and pop out as many babies as you can. See, if that triggers you, you've got issues. Because that was my reality. That was a lot of people's reality, little one. And by the way, you saying stop spreading blah, 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 nobody tells me what to do, little one. That's another thing you need to learn too. I know it's probably hard because you grew up entitled, I'm sure, and you think that the world caters to you, and guess what? It doesn't, and I don't either. So you can go, cry to your mommy about it and tell her that, she lied to you about everything, that the But what I'm saying is that now you live in a world where they're changing the garments, they're changing it so that certain things are allowed now. They're changing and they're catering to you because so many people are done with the hypocrisy of the Mormon church, and the Mormon church has been changing and changing and changing so that it can keep its members. They keep losing their members because people are starting to realize that Joseph Smith lied about everything. That, he lied about, his polygamy, and the fact that he was a, sick, schmedophile, that he married a 14-year-old girl, that he sent his cousin on a mission so he can marry his cousin's wife, that he told his own wife, hey, look, here's what's up. God wants me to marry a bunch of women and, be my wife, so they're gonna do wively things, and if you're not okay with it, God's gonna destroy you. How can any woman be part of that? That's ew. But a lot of people in the Mormon church live in their little fairy tale world where they would never even look into the CES letter. They would never, because they're so indoctrinated. They're so brainwashed. And your parents probably, said, here, if you do this, I'll buy you a car. And if you go on a mission, blah, blah, it's just, it's so ick. So my experiences in the Mormon church are true. They did happen to me, and they happened to thousands of other people. So you can't just tell us to not share our experiences because it makes you uncomfortable. No, see, that's what everyone wants to do. Just because it makes you uncomfortable doesn't mean it didn't happen to thousands of people. Don't even get me started on all the thousands of SA cases that the Mormon church has covered up and continues to cover up. So many. They just sweep it under the rug. It's always the girl's fault if she gets SA'd. They slap the man's hands, say, don't do that again, and they tell the girl to not talk about it anymore. You know how I know? Because a lot of women have reached out to me and have told me their stories. And they're not going to be quiet either because it's their reality. And you saying this is so not true is actually really ridiculous, because just because you didn't experience it doesn't mean that just because you are so privileged and so entitled in your little world that you think that, oh, this doesn't happen, doesn't mean it doesn't. And the fact that you are so blinded to just say, oh, she just made that shit up, what, for fun? For clicks? What, because why would I make shit up? Tell me, since you're so smart about everything. I don't think so. So, this is not me spreading false doctrine. This is me sharing my reality. This is me sharing the reality of thousands and thousands of people. If it never happened to you, great. Good for you. Count yourself lucky. Go thank your God or whoever you pray to that nothing like that has happened to you. But don't tell people to not tell their stories because it makes you uncomfortable. Nobody gives a shit about uncomfortable. It makes you. They just want their voices to be heard because in the church, they are told to be silent when bad things happen. They are told to not tell anybody. They are told to not to go to the police. They have a special lawyer in the church when things get really, dicey, to help cover it up so that it doesn't reach the media. Yeah, it's kind of gross that you had the audacity to type this and think that what? You're gonna change the world and make it a better place? You're so little, aren't you? You're just a little kid. Good luck in your quest.